Oh, hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the Learn English podcast. So glad you're here with us again today.
Yeah, it's great to be back. I'm Bob.
And I'm Julia, your host. And here we just love helping you learn English, right? Through like super short, real conversations. We make it easy, we hope. So, today we're going to talk about something really useful, I think, for all of you out there learning English. We're going to talk about how to start a conversation in English. Yeah,
That's a good one. It can be tough, right?
it can be, but we're going to give you some really practical, easy ways, especially for you beginner learners, to just get that conversation started. No stress. Okay, so for our first way to start a conversation, we're going to look at commenting on a shared situation. What does that mean, Bob?
It means you're both in the same place, like waiting for something or seeing the same thing, and you just say something about it.
Exactly. It's like you look around, you see something happening, or you feel something, and you just say it out loud to the person next to you. It's a super simple way to just open the door to talking. And we're going to show you how. We're going to do a little role play, a little scenario, okay? Imagine we're both at the bus stop, waiting for the bus, and it's like really windy.
Ooh, I hate windy bus stops.
Me too. So here we go. This is how it might sound. Wow, it's really windy today, isn't it? My hair is everywhere.
Chuckles. Oh, yeah, it is. I feel like I'm going to blow away.
I know, right? And this bus, is it ever gonna get here?
Tell me about it. I've been waiting for like 10 minutes already.
Oh, me too. For the number 7?
Yep, the 7. Always late when it's cold.
Always. It's so frustrating. Well, hopefully it comes soon.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Okay, so you just heard our little scenario at the bus stop. Now, we want you to practice some of those really useful phrases with us. This is super important for your speaking practice.
Yeah, we're going to say them slowly, and we want you to say them out loud with us. Don't be shy.
Exactly. So the first one, a great way to start commenting on the weather. Wow, it's really windy today, isn't it? Say it with me. Wow, it's really windy today, isn't it?
Wow, it's really windy today, isn't it?
Again.
Wow, it's really windy today, isn't it?
Good job. Now, a very common phrase when you agree with someone or feel the same way. I know, right? This one's very natural. Try it. I know, right?
I know, right?
One more time.
I know, right?
And finally, another way to say, I agree or I understand your frustration, especially about something annoying. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Tell me about it.
Say it clearly.
Tell me about it. Fantastic work, everyone. Keep practicing these. They really help make your English sound natural.
Okay, fantastic work with the repetition, everyone. Now, let's take a closer look at some of those really useful phrases we just used. It's so important to understand what they mean, right? First up, we had, wow, it's really windy today, isn't it? The key part here is the isn't it. That's called a tag question. Phrase, isn't it, as part of an observation, meaning we add this small question at the end of a statement to ask if someone agrees with us, especially about something obvious like the weather or a shared situation. It's a very easy way to start a conversation because you're inviting the other person to say yes or no or add their own comment. Example, this coffee is delicious, isn't it? Next, Bob said, I know, right? This is a super common one in everyday English, and it sounds really natural. Phrase, I know, right? Meaning, this means I completely agree with you or you are absolutely correct. It's an informal way to show you share the same feeling or opinion. Example, this new song is so catchy. I know, right? And finally, my personal favorite for when you're feeling a bit frustrated about something, tell me about it. Phrase, tell me about it. Meaning, you use this when someone talks about a problem or a difficult situation, and you want to show that you understand or have experienced something similar. It means, I know exactly what you mean. Example, My commute was terrible this morning. Ugh, tell me about it.
Yeah, these phrases are great because they're not just words, they're reactions. They make you sound much more like a native speaker. Okay, so you got the meaning down, but what about how they sound? Let's work on the pronunciation of a few words from that first conversation, right? These can be a bit tricky, but we'll go really slow. First, the word windy. It's not windy, it's windy. Listen closely. W-I-N-D-Y. Windy. Try saying it with me. Windy. Again. Windy. Good. Next up, everywhere. This one has a few sounds that can be a bit tricky for beginners. E-V-E-R-Y-W-H-E-R-E. Everywhere. It's like every and where together. Say it. Everywhere. One more time. Everywhere. Fantastic. And finally, that little sound Julia made, ugh. It's not really a word, but it's super common when you're frustrated, right? It's just a short, low sound. U-G-H. Ugh. Try it with me, kind of like a sigh. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. That's a good one to know. Keep practicing these, everyone. They really help you sound more natural.
Okay, so we've talked about observing your surroundings to start a conversation. That's one great way, right? But what if there's nothing obvious to comment on or you just want another option? Well, our second go-to method for starting a conversation, especially for beginners, is super simple. Just ask a polite, straightforward question. This works in almost any situation, really.
Yeah, it takes the pressure off because you're not trying to be witty or anything. You're just, asking for information, but it opens a door.
Exactly. It's like, hey, I need some help, or could you tell me about this? And it naturally invites a response. So we're going to act out another little situation for you. In this one, imagine Bob and I are at a new coffee shop, and Bob's maybe looking for something. I'll be me, and Bob will be Bob. Ready?
Ready, let's do it.
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
Oh, no, it's free. Please go ahead.
Thanks. Is this the line for coffee? It's a bit confusing.
Yeah, it really is. The line actually starts over there by the window.
Oh, I see. Thank you so much. I was completely lost.
No problem. This place gets pretty busy.
It certainly does. It's my first time here, actually.
Oh, well, enjoy your coffee.
You too.
See? Simple questions, right? And boom, you're talking.
Okay, fantastic. That was a quick way to start a conversation, just by asking a simple question. Now let's practice some of those really useful phrases from that little chat. Remember, our goal here is for you to sound natural, so let's repeat them together. Say it with me, slowly. Excuse me, is this seat taken?
Excuse me? Is this seat taken?
Again, try to match the feeling.
Excuse me? Is this seat taken?
Great. Now another helpful one. Is this the line for coffee?
Is this the line for coffee?
Once more, clearly.
Is this the line for coffee?
Excellent. And how about this one? Super common and polite. Thank you so much. I was completely lost.
Thank you so much. I was completely lost.
Let's do it one last time, really stretching those words.
Thank you so much. I was completely lost.
Perfect. And that simple, friendly response. No problem.
No problem.
One more time.
No problem.
You're doing great. Keep practicing these. Okay, fantastic work practicing those. Now let's dive a little deeper into some of the key phrases we used in that second dialogue. These are super useful for starting conversations. First up, we had, is this seat taken? Is this seat taken? This phrase is what you say when you want to ask if a chair or a spot is free for you to sit down. You can use it in a cafe, on a bus, or even in a park. It just means, is anyone sitting here already? For example, you could say, excuse me, is this seat taken? If you see an empty chair. Next, Bob said, have a seat. Have a seat. This is a very common and polite way to tell someone to sit down. It's like saying, please, sit down. You'll hear it a lot, like, please, have a seat here. Then I said, I was completely lost. Completely lost. When you say you're completely lost, it means you are very, very confused, or you can't find your way at all. Not just physically lost, but also lost in a situation. For instance, I was completely lost when they started talking about computers. And Bob said, no problem. No problem is a super common and friendly way to say you're welcome or it's okay. It was not difficult for me. We use it all the time instead of just you're welcome. You could say, thanks for helping, and the other person replies, no problem. Finally, is this the line for? You use this when you want to know if you are in the correct queue or line for something, like coffee, tickets, or checking out. It's very practical. So, excuse me, is this the line for the bathroom? See? Very useful. Okay, now let's really nail the pronunciation of a couple of words from that last section. These can sometimes be a little bit tricky, but we'll break them down. First, let's practice taken, as in, is this seat taken? Listen closely. Taken. It's 2 syllables. T-A-K-E-N. Say it with me, nice and slow. Taken. One more time. Taken. Good. Next, we have straight. This word has a silent GH in the middle, which can be confusing for learners. It sounds like straight. S-T-R-A-I-G-H-T. Listen. Straight. Now you try. Straight. Again. Straight. Excellent. And finally, definitely. This is a great word to know. It's definitely. 4 syllables. D-E-F-I-N-I-T-E-L-Y. Listen. Definitely. Your turn. Definitely. One last time. Definitely. Awesome job. Okay, so we've practiced a lot of useful phrases today and gone through a couple of scenarios to get you started. But Bob, what other general tips do you have for our listeners who are, still a bit shy about starting conversations?
Oh, that's a great question, Julia. I think one big thing is just observation. Like we talked about with the first scenario, right? Look around you. Is someone waiting for coffee too? You can always say, wow, this line is long, or great coffee smell, isn't it? People usually respond to that.
Totally. It's about finding common ground, isn't it? Even if it's super small, like, oh, nice weather today, huh? That can open the door. And don't forget the power of a simple, genuine question. Not like an interview, but do you know if this store has Wi-Fi? Or, excuse me, what time is it?
Exactly. And then after you ask that simple question, try to have a follow-up question ready. So if they say, it's 3 o'clock, you could say, oh, thanks. I really need to catch my bus. Or if they tell you about the Wi-Fi, you might say, okay, thanks so much. My phone battery is dying. Just keeps it going a little.
Yes, follow-up questions are key. It shows you're listening. And also, don't underestimate body language. A simple smile can make a huge difference. It makes you look friendly and approachable. And eye contact, just enough, not staring, but like showing you're engaged.
Oh, definitely, Julia. A smile is universal. And something else that's super important, especially for beginners, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Seriously. Everyone makes mistakes when they're learning a new language. Native speakers appreciate that you're trying. They really do.
That's so true, Bob. Imperfect English is better than perfect silence. Just try. The more you try, the more comfortable you'll get. And before you know it, you'll be starting conversations left and right. It just takes a bit of courage and, well, practice. Practice, practice, practice. Nice work, everyone. Whew, we covered a lot today, didn't we? We learned how to start conversations by commenting on a shared situation, like the long line at the coffee shop, and also by asking simple, polite questions.
Yeah, and we talked about some really helpful tips too, like observing your surroundings, having a follow-up question ready, and the big one, don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Exactly. So, your challenge for this week, after you finish listening to this podcast, is to try one of these conversation starters. It doesn't have to be a big conversation, just a small one. And then come over to our YouTube channel, the Learn English Podcast, and in the comments, tell us how it went. Did you use "this line is long" or "excuse me, what time is it"? We'd love to hear your stories and encourage each other. Share your sentences with us.
Yes, please do. We read all your comments.
So that's it for today's episode of the Learn English Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.